right, all you cool cats and kittens. I don't think I did that right. That wasn't very good. Well, you're all back to virtual, so I'm going to do a spiral one of the days with you. We are going to do, so I'm doing the whole thing with you, so you should not miss any of these days. If you need to pause the video, pause the video. You have the power. You're all virtual now. You can pause Miss Murphy now. The second day, we're going to do dinner on Google Meet today at 2 o'clock. So if you want to do the whole thing with me, watch the Google Meet. Go to the Google Meet. I can't talk. We are going to do the Tuesday questions. So, Tuesday questions, and I think I'm going to put a star to do Wednesday questions on my Google Meet. All right, so the first question asks, order the numbers from least to greatest. So I saw a lot of people are missing that, where they are doing least to greatest or greatest to least. They're not doing what the directions tell them to do. So make sure you're doing what the directions tell you to do. Least to greatest means the smallest one is first. All right, so smallest one first. Got 5 here, 3 here. That one has a 4, so that one's going to be, I'm going to say that's my third one I was going to write because there's a 4 in the 10,000s place. 3 in the 3, 5 in the 8. 5 is smaller, so that should be my first one. This one should be my second. So the order would be the first one is third, middle one is first, last one is second. Or you can put a 3, 1, 2 above those numbers. All right, write this number in expanded form, 1,345,870. So I'm going to put it in standard first because right now as words, it's kind of hard to see it. 1,345,820. Remember, expanded is when you're stretching it out, you're doing the adding up the value. So the 1 is in the millions. So I'm going to say that's 1 million. Remember, the number of zeros is how many places are behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 3 is in the 100,000s, so that would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros behind it. 4 is in the 10,000s, so that would have 1, 2, 3, 4 behind it. 5 is in the thousands, that would have 1, 2, 3 behind it. 8 is in the hundreds, so that'd be 800 plus 20. I would make sure you have that written down, typed in for that second question. No reason to miss any questions on this day because we're doing it together. Round this number to the nearest 1,000. So we have 7,433, or 7,433,654. And we're looking at the thousands place. So the 3 is in the thousands place. If I look behind it, there's a 6 there. The 6 tells the 3 to go up because it's 5 or more. So the 6 will bump the 3 up to a 4. Some of us missed this on the last weeks. Remember, everything before that's going to stay the same. Everything after it will turn to zeros. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. All right, so happy there's a word problem on this. I looked at your word problems from last week on your Google Classroom, and some of us did great, and some of us don't know what to do in a word problem, so we got to think. So let's look at that word problem. There are 365,493 blue pens in the pen warehouse, and 549,384 black pens. How many more black pens are there than blue pens? So how many more? We're finding the difference. We're finding how they are different. There's a stink bug about to land on my head. how they are different from each other. So we're doing subtraction on that question. Finding, when you hear how many more, you're thinking subtract. So we want the bigger number on top always, minus, and the smaller number lined up underneath. We have mastered our subtraction, but sometimes when we're doing word problems, we lose it. So make sure you are lining it up just right. I would do this on your, I didn't say this at the beginning, but on your whiteboard so you're not just sitting watching me. So look in the ones place. I have 4 minus 3 for a difference of 1. So I put a 1 in the ones place. 8 minus 9 I cannot do, so I'm going to go to the hundreds, take 1 away, and give 10 to the tens. So now I have 18. 18 minus 9 is a difference of 9. So I put a 9 in the tens place. I cannot do 2 minus 4. So I'm going to go to the thousands, take 1 away, and give 10 to the hundreds. 12 minus 4 is a difference of 8. So I put 8 in the hundreds. 8 minus 5 is a difference of 3. So 3 goes in the thousands. I cannot do 4 minus 6. So I'm going to go to the 5, take 1 away, and give 10 to the 10 thousandths. 14 minus 6 is a difference of 8, and then 4 minus 3 is a difference of 1. So it would be 183,891 pins. Make sure you put pins on that because we need to know what we are talking about. Hopefully you're still with me because I think the computer fell asleep. All right, find the product. 3,961 times 7. Most of us did a pretty good job with this, but it seems like some of us were confused with which direction we multiply. So remember, you're doing 7 times 1, 7 times 6, 7 times 9, 7 times 3. So this tells us really what the facts are we're going to need to know. So make sure you are using that 7. All right, 1 times 7 is a product of 7. So the 7 goes in the ones place. 6 times 7 is a product of 42. The 2 will be dropped in the tens. The 4 will go above the hundreds. 9 times 7 is a product of 63 plus 4 equals 67. The 7 goes in the hundreds. The 6 will go above the thousandths. 3 times 7 equals a product of 21 plus 6 equals 27. So I'll put a 7 in the thousandths, 2 in the 10 thousandths, and my comma after the thousandths for a product of 27,727. Next we are dividing. We have 4 as our divisor, and our dividend is 5,389. 5,389. So our division family, hopefully we can get to long division once we can come back from virtual, but we'll see. We're going to have a dad, mom, sister, brother, and a pet kangaroo. The 4-digit, this is going to take a bit of time. So here we go. 4 will divide into 5 one time. So I'm going to now multiply. 4 times 1 equals 4. S tells me to subtract. 5 minus 4 equals 1. B tells me to bring down. Since I brought down, I'm going to K, keep going, meaning go back to the beginning and start all over again. So now 13 divided by 4. I know that 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 times 2 equals 8, not 10. Woo! 4 times 3 equals 12. That's pretty close. So the 3 will go above the hundreds. 4 times, so I divided. 4 times 3 equals 12. Going to S subtract. 13 minus 12 equals 1. B tells me to bring down. Since I brought down, I'm going to keep going and go back to the beginning. Now think of what times 4 equals 18. Well, 4 times 4 equals 16. That's pretty close. 4 times 4 equals 16. So I've divided. Now I'm going to multiply. I'm skipping steps. 8 minus 6, the difference of 2. Now I'm going to bring down the 9. Since I brought it down, I'm going to keep going. This is why it's called long division, y'all. So, 29 divided by 4. I know that 4 times 7 equals 28, so we're getting there. 4 times 7 equals 28. I'm going to divide it. Now I multiply 4 times 7 and get 28. Subtract 9 minus 8 equals 1. Nothing to bring down, so I am finished. 1,347. Remainder 1. Hello. Okay. We're almost done. A furniture store received an order for 3,456 chairs. They can fit 9 chairs in a large shipping box. How many shipping boxes will they need to ship all of the chairs? So this is the end number, and we're equally grouping them, 9 chairs in a box. So you might think multiply it first, but we're actually taking this number and separating it out equally, which would actually be division. We haven't got to the division keywords yet, but we will. Don't you worry. So divided by 9. Whew, thought we were almost done with division. I lied to you, kids. So sorry. Once again, divide, or dad, mom, sister, brother, pet kangaroo. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Keep going. Make sure the computer didn't fall asleep again, so I'm just going to keep it awake. All right. I cannot divide 3 9 times, so I'm going to have to add that second digit and make it 34. Well, I know 9 times 4 equals 36. That's going over. So I'm going to have to do 9 times 3, it looks like. So 9 will divide into 34 3 times. 9 times 3 equals 27. I'm going to subtract. Can't do 4 minus 7, so I have to borrow here and give 10. 14 minus 7 equals 7. I've subtracted. B tells me to bring down. Since I brought down, I'm going to keep going all the way back to the beginning. So now I'm doing 75 divided by 9. So I know 9 times 8 equals 72. That's pretty close. So the 8 will go above the 5. I've divided. 9 times 8 equals 72. Multiply. I'm going to subtract 75 minus 72 would equal 3. And then the B tells me to bring down the 6. Since I brought down, got to keep going. So I'm going to go back to 36 divided by 9. I know that 9 times 4 equals 36. So 9 times 4 equals 36. Subtract that, I get 0. Nothing to bring down. So it would be 384. And the question was how many boxes? So 384 boxes. There you go. All right, last one. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I know you're singing with me. I hear you. I hear you singing with me. All right, last question. Samuel rides his bike 14 blocks from his house to get to the bus stop. Then he takes the bus another 34 blocks to get to work. At the end of the day, he travels back home the same way. How many blocks does he travel each day? So I would draw a little diagram for this. So he goes 14 this way, and then 34 more. In the day, he travels back, so it's kind of like looping back around. 34, and then 14. So 34, 14, 34, 34, 14. I want to know what that whole total is. What does total tell you to do? Tells you to add. So 14 plus 34. I do 2 numbers at a time. 4 plus 4 is a sum of 8. 1 plus 3 is a sum of 4. Now I'm going to add that next 34. 8 plus 4 is a sum of 12. The 2 goes in the ones place. The 1 goes to the thousandths. 1 plus 4 equals 5 plus 3 equals 8. And then plus 14 2 plus 4 equals 6. 8 plus 1 equals 9. So he would go 96 blocks because we had to go one way and then we had to go back. So this was Tuesday, so I hope you followed along and you fill your questions in. We will do Wednesday's Google Meet. We will do a Google Meet on Monday at 2 o'clock to do the Wednesday questions. So I hope you are there. I will record it, but you have to watch the whole video to get all the answers. So everyone should make it 100. All right, bye guys.